Noel Gallagher, of course, is a musical genius beyond measure and has written some of the greatest songs of all time with Oasis. But his solo career with the High Flying Birds has proven to be absolutely amazing. He continues to be an amazing songwriter and continues to write absolutely incredible songs. But what are the best Noel Gallagher solo songs? Let's find out. Hey everybody, it's Nick here with you. Welcome back to the channel. So I've been very much back in an Oasis mood here on the channel, doing lots of Oasis videos lately. I usually do a lot of Oasis, but feel like doing a lot more lately. Maybe it's because Liam's out there on the road doing his 30th anniversary tour for Definitely Maybe. Maybe it's because we have the Definitely Maybe box set coming out in August. I've just been very much back in an Oasis mood, and I've been doing lots of Oasis videos here. I'll try to link one up for you here. So we did a best Oasis songs video. I did a worst Oasis songs video. And as much as I love talking about Oasis, the band, I also love to talk about the solo careers of Noel Gallagher and Liam Gallagher. I'm going to do a Liam Gallagher video very soon, but in this video, I'm going to talk about my favorite top 10 Noel Gallagher solo songs. And as usual, these lists are very hard to do because I love pretty much every Noel Gallagher solo song, as I love pretty much every Liam Gallagher song and Oasis song. It was hard to put together this list because Noel Gallagher, as a solo artist, has already written so many classics. But I gave it my best shot, so without further ado, let's do this. These are my top 10 Noel Gallagher solo songs. Coming in at number 10 is A Dream Is All I Need to Get By. This one comes from This Is the Place EP that Noel Gallagher put out in 2019, and it's one of Noel Gallagher's most beautiful solo songs. It really is something special. And the performances on Noel Gallagher's solo songs are always so tasteful. It's not necessarily in-your-face rock music like Oasis used to do, but it's very, very well done. He's got the Stacey brothers, Jeremy and Paul Stacey, involved with the recordings of his albums and his EPs, and I think they do some stuff on this particular song, and they sound incredible. I love the steel drums, I think, or something, a xylophone or something happening on this song. It gives the song almost a little bit of a chill island kind of feel to it. It gives me such a nice feeling that it's really hard to describe, and there are some great songs on that trio of EPs that Noel Gallagher released in 2019 and 2020, and they kind of got forgotten after the success of Council Skies. In between Who Built the Moon and Council Skies, he did these 3 EPs. There are some real gems on those EPs, and I feel like they don't get enough love, so I had to include it on the list. Coming in at number 10 is A Dream Is All I Need to Get By, an absolutely beautiful song from Noel Gallagher.
Some of us need it sometimes. A dream is all I need to get by. Some of us need it.
Coming in at number 9, we have Open the Door, See What You Find.
Open the door, see what you find. Don't look away.
I love Council Skies. Like every Noel Gallagher solo record, it's absolutely fantastic, but this song in particular on Council Skies is a favorite. I love the strings on here. I love the arrangement. Noel Gallagher did an awesome live version of this at Abbey Road that you can watch on YouTube. It just continues to prove how, even on his 4th studio album and however many albums he's done with Oasis and all together, that he still writes absolutely crazy awesome songs. And I know that Noel likes to fake out the fans when he plays this song live. He did it when I saw him in Toronto on the Council Skies tour last summer. The drum beat at the beginning of the song sounds very much like Supersonic, but of course it's a very different song. And the thing is that maybe a lot of fans would be disappointed when they heard that it wasn't going to be Supersonic and it was this new Noel Gallagher song that he was going to be playing. But this song is a modern Noel classic, and I would never be disappointed if he broke this out at a gig. I also love the singing on songs like Open the Door, See What You Find. Noel Gallagher has a crazy awesome vocal range, and I love to sing along with him and try to hit the notes.
I see all that I will ever know. I see all that I will ever be.
Coming in at number 8 on my best Noel Gallagher solo songs, we have Dead in the Water.
Let the storm rage. I die on the waves, but I will not rest while love lies dead in the water.
Noel Gallagher has written 2 similar Dead songs in his discography. We have Dead in the Water and Dead to the World, and this one to me is the better of the Dead songs. And the thing about Dead in the Water is that it's this really strong, beautiful Noel Gallagher track, but the song itself was recorded pretty off the cuff. He performed it for the first time at a sound check. It got recorded and became a classic. And it continues to prove that Noel Gallagher can write these heartbreakingly beautiful songs in his sleep, even ones like this that are just kind of put together off the cuff, like I said, recorded at a sound check, and then it becomes this classic song, and it's added to his already amazing catalog of beautiful tracks.
Dead in the water, dead in the water.
Coming in at number 7, we have Flying on the Ground. Noel treated us to 2 new tracks when he released his Back the Way We Came Best of compilation in 2021. And like so many Noel Gallagher solo tracks, this song is beautiful and it's a really pleasant listen. I love listening to this song. And he's always pitch perfect. Noel Gallagher is always pitch perfect in his vocal delivery. He knows how to pull on our heartstrings and put emotion into the songs. His songs with Oasis were always beautiful. There's lots of great, you think about Talk Tonight and some of the classic Oasis songs that he sang. They were always beautiful. But to me, he reached new levels of beauty on his solo tracks. And it's a little bit of a shame that it was only put on a compilation album. I know it was released as a single on Spotify and places like that, but I think it could have been a great song on Council Skies, and maybe he could have been deserving a little bit more press and a little bit more attention. But overall, I think it's a beautiful Noel Gallagher song.
I'm flying on the ground, yeah, I'm upside down, 'cause I got so high.
Coming in at number 6 on my top 10 best Noel Gallagher songs, we have Holy Mountain. I know this is a song that's not loved by every Noel Gallagher fan. Personally, I love it. I know when it first came out, there was that Ricky Martin She Bangs comparison, which is something that I never really understood. I love this song. I love the propulsive driving drum beat. I love the horns. I think it's one of Noel Gallagher's best singles and songs overall. And Noel Gallagher has tended to have 2 different styles on his solo material. You have that standard, great songwriting, classic songwriting Noel Gallagher style on albums like the first record and on Council Skies. And then you have the more experimental side of Noel Gallagher on albums like Who Built the Moon. And this song definitely falls into that category. I know that it was an interesting period for Noel Gallagher and his fans with the flutes and the scissor players, but you know what? It worked. I think this is just a really, really fun and unique track in Noel Gallagher's discography. He doesn't have a lot of songs in his discography like Holy Mountain. I think it's very unique. I think it's very cool. I'm surprised that he didn't work with David Holmes again on the follow-up and opted to go more standard Noel on Council Skies, but maybe he'll do something more experimental on the next record.
Be my doll, be my baby doll, come get to know me like the back of your hand.
Coming in at number 5, we have Dying of the Light. As I've said multiple times in this video, Noel Gallagher is a beautiful songwriter, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to admit, a lot of his songs have made me want to cry in the past. This song in particular, Dying of the Light, is really emotional. I don't know why, but every time I listen to it, it really gets to me. I think it's the fact that we've all experienced loss in our lives, and this song, for some reason, again, Noel Gallagher being the great songwriter that he is, it brings those emotions up within me, whether they be good or bad. And actually, it's a Noel Gallagher song that I can't listen to very often, because every time I do listen to it, it makes me emotional, and it's a really powerful statement for a song. And that is the sign of a truly great song. If you can't listen to it without becoming a blubbering emotional mess, then you know that Noel Gallagher has done a great job writing this one.
Gonna try my best to get there, but I can't afford the bus fare and the storm that's rolling over, and it makes me wanna cry.
Coming in at number 4, we have AKA What a Life.
Keep on chasing down that rainbow. You'll never know what you might find.
Noel Gallagher's first album is pretty much just standard Noel Gallagher for the most part, but of course he does have his electronic side. You have Teotihuacan from the X-Files soundtrack released in 1998. You have Keep What You Got, which he did with Ian Brown, which takes the riff from that song. You have Falling Down. You have his Chemical Brothers songs that he did, all signs of Noel Gallagher's electronic style. And this song combines all of those electronic elements together. It's got huge electronic drums. I love the drum beat on that. It's super heavy, just pounding on that song. You have the rolling piano sound. You have the killer bass bass. It's a great production. And I love the falsetto and the singing on the chorus. As usual, Noel Gallagher really getting us with the vocals. It's really one of those Noel Gallagher songs off the first record that really blew my mind. Then you had songs like Ballad of the Mighty Eye, which was essentially a rewrite of AKA What a Life, but you know what? It's a style that works. And that electronic style, like I said, is something that he explored more on Who Built the Moon and on those EPs that he released a couple of years ago, and not really so much on the mainline studio albums.
What a life.
Coming in at number 3 on my top 10 best Noel Gallagher solo songs, we have If I Had a Gun. If I Had a Gun was the second single released from the first Noel Gallagher solo album. You know what? He had a really great run of singles on that first record. And it continues in the vein of great Noel Gallagher ballad songs like Don't Look Back in Anger and Little by Little. It just showed the viability of his solo career and that he could still write those big singles even if he was singing them and Liam wasn't around. And like I said, Noel's music is just beautiful. It really has that sense of melancholy. It has that tendency to make me feel sad and happy at the same time. The first song from the record, The Death of You and Me, was more like Importance of Being Idle. It was a little bit more jaunty and roly-poly, had that very specific style. And this one, If I Had a Gun, was very much more like standard Noel Gallagher material. So it was cool on the first record that we got to see various sides of his musical ability.
If I had a gun, I'd shoot a hole into the sun. Love would burn this city down for you.
Coming in at number 2, we have Everybody's on the Run. Noel Gallagher really started off his solo career, and in particular that first solo record, with a bang, a powerful and emotional song that showed all of the sides of his songwriting. Everybody on the Run is a great song to kick off his solo album. And there was maybe a lot to prove on that first Noel Gallagher solo album when he put it out in 2011. It had to be strong, it had to be amazing, and with this song on the record, we knew that it was going to be great. And Noel Gallagher's voice, like I said, for a lot of the songs on this list, is absolutely incredible. Like, we knew he could sing a few songs on each Oasis album. We knew that he was a great songwriter. We knew that he was a great vocalist. But this song and that first album proved that Noel Gallagher could have a really viable solo career. And Noel Gallagher has continued that streak of awesome music ever since, and he shows no signs of stopping now.
'Cause everybody's on the run. Everybody's on the run. Everybody's on the run. Everybody's on the run.
And coming in at number 1 on my top 10 Noel Gallagher solo songs, we have Riverman. When you hear Riverman as the first song on Noel Gallagher's second album, Chasing Yesterday, you know that first album was no fluke. One of my favorite things about Riverman, in addition to just being an incredible song overall, is it has that incredible Pink Floyd-esque guitar solo from Paul's Strange Boy Stacy. It's incredible. And Noel himself has even called Riverman one of his best songs that he's ever written. And that's saying a lot considering how many classic songs the man has written over his career. I love the acoustic intro to this song. It's so moody. I love the percussion on here. It's really, really effective. This song is just great in general. It's a really powerful, moody song, and I just love it. But the only question is, who is the Riverman?
Rain that comes, all of the love that was left behind is gone. The Riverman runs. Find me a girl who electrifies the storm. 'Cause in a little while she'll be gone.
And that is it, guys. That is my top 10 list of the best Noel Gallagher solo songs. Like I said, very hard list to put together because I love so many of his solo songs. There's a lot of songs that I left off the list that I'm sure you guys would include. So let me know what your favorite, your best Noel Gallagher solo songs are in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure to toss me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. If you like this channel and what I'm doing here, make sure to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. And make sure to follow me on social media across social platforms, X, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere at Nick Chino Music. And I'll see you guys again for another video here on the channel. Until then, rock on, everybody.